Damn.
Most overrated, I gotta say Babe Ruth.
Because I automatically want to say any baseball nigga before he got athletic, because you could chug like 12 beers between innings. And
Thank you.
Like, don't have to do, like, really. It's like you're in the 20s, you're chewing tobacco, like, you're chugging beers in between innings, you just hit a home run, you go home, beat your wife, and then whatever the case may be.
Before y'all get upset, overrated don't mean that he's bad. But it's clearly Aaron Rodgers. Can we tell the truth?
I know that the area of sports is very, very vast. And, there was a point in time where wrestling was considered a sport. So if I have to include wrestling
don't do it
into the sport, there's only one name that comes to mind.
Please say it.
The one we acknowledge, Roman Reigns.
Oh, Kevin Durant.
The first person that instinctively came to my mind was Tim Tebow.
But you're just glorified in this. And don't forget, baseball is the easiest Hall of Fame to get into. Plus, not trip about that. Shout out to Pete Rose. Shout out to Barry Bonds.
They still talk about him like he is the home run king, this, that, and the third. We know Hank Aaron and Bonds is it nowadays. But it was I'm sure he was dominant, but in comparison to what's going on nowadays, it's not the same.
What are we doing here? What is he actually doing? Tell me what he's actually done in his career. What has he actually done?
It is, listen, all I gotta say is y'all tell me he's the greatest thrower of the football that ever has been in history of life. And every time he gets to the playoffs and he chokes, he loses, he throws picks, he fumbles, he doesn't run when the field is wide open for a touchdown to get to the Super Bowl.
I mean, this man literally had the praise behind his name as if he was God when he came out of college.
Now we turn on baby girl?
Man, I'm sorry. The world now seems to want to praise Roman Reigns so much, and yet we seem to forget that his entire singles run was debatably the worst singles run in the history of wrestling as we know it.
Kevin Durant talking about how just like the hoop. He's the type of dude that you don't want to hoop with at the park. You don't want to hoop with him because you're not going to get to shoot.
I don't want to take the easy answer and just say Babe Ruth.
God.
Especially with the elite pitching that goes on. So it's easier to hit a fastball that you see coming that barely was probably moving at the time too.
Patrick Mahomes is like 14 years under him, and he has more Super Bowls than he has.
This man literally had nothing better than I think he finished like 54% completion percentage, and he had his best PER was something like 86, which is compared to like other elite quarterbacks, that is the definition of mid.
Like, it was that bad where you're getting booed outright in pay-per-views for a year at least. 4 straight WrestleManias you're getting booed in. Nobody wanted him as champion. It was horrific.
I don't even think he's in the conversation when we talking about Kobe. We talk about Kobe as a great basketball player. Kevin Durant, they just got him in that scoring conversation, and he's not even number one in that.
To just show me any type of outfield where you just had to hit a ball and go sit on the bench and just do whatever.
Oh no! Okay, dude, don't think that.
I'm just saying, show me any outfield stats of Babe Ruth and just like let me know.
But we like to tell you, Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thing to ever slice bread outside of Tom Brady, and maybe Patrick Mahomes.
But he's a 2-time NBA champion, man.
With an excellent squad of people that's already NBA champion.
And yet all of a sudden he gets one good turn on a bloodline feud that has gone on for way too long. And now we're just like, he is the greatest, the villain, the greatest heel. No, he is not. He ain't even licking Triple H's boot laces.
I gotta go with Tim Tebow. They really acted like this man was going to be football god, and he turned out to be just the definition of mediocrity.
I don't talk about Draymond much, but I'll say this. He was right when he said, we was doing this before you.
Doing the stuff Babe Ruth did.
Babe Ruth? Get about here. I don't fucking
He ain't never doing none of that shit today.
And what did KD really do? You almost beat the Warriors and you went and joined them the next year after they came back from 3-1 down on them. Come on, man. He's overrated. He's a cool scorer. Joe Johnson. Maybe Joe Johnson. He's like him.
Oh wow.
Oh, God.
no.
Aaron Rodgers is clearly the most overrated. Great player, by the way. Great player, multiple time MVP. He doesn't throw interceptions. That's probably a problem. He's too cautious.
I could be wrong, but I've done book reports on Babe Ruth, Jackie Robinson, Ty Cobb, like a Negro League report. Like there were people that could blow Babe Ruth out the water. They just didn't get the chance.
I mean, we know he's not no Jordan, but like you can't just stick the rat down.
He's no Kobe. He's no Stephen Curry. He's no Klay Thompson. He's none of them. He's just a guy that can score a lot.
My man had one of the greatest playoff wins ever against the Pittsburgh Steelers, I believe. Come on, it was a great win. He should have been great.
But what did that one playoff win amount to anything?
Satchel Paige, they mopped the floor with Babe Ruth any day of the week. I didn't really think Babe Ruth was nothing special.
He don't brush his hair, so that's the thing you got going.
Oh,
I mean, that's a sin in itself, because like if he just brushed them things down, he got 360 style, but instead he want to let it curl up.
Oh no!
You know how the little black kids in the South, when we was like 6, 7, 8, we used to have them BBs.
And everybody swore he's a savior every time he comes in that he got a chance to win. Hey, when I see Aaron Rodgers play, when I watch football, I be like, okay, they gonna do good all season. He gonna put a ridiculous number in the playoffs. That one play that he can make, he ain't gonna throw it because he's gonna be scared. He's gonna mess up, and then they gonna lose the game. That's what I see every time it happens. What, 3 straight NFC Championship games? Listen, I just put it down. Good numbers, but when it's time to make the play, don't make it.
He's the greatest heel, whatever. Please, we have heels that have kissed other people's wives while handcuffed. We have heels that have broken into people's houses. We have heels that have chucked people into rivers. Like, what are we talking? We have heels that have made you kiss behinds on live television. And here we're talking about he's a nice heel because my brother, how could you betray me? Man, please.
What is Tim Tebow best known for? He's known for
Florida.
He's known for Florida State. I mean, not Florida State. He's known for Florida, the Tim Tebow pose, and the fact that he failed being that successful in college.
Okay, so I'll have a hot take. Could Wilt do anything he could have done with his mythological stats?
Wilt Chamberlain, Bob Cousy, they can't play.
I don't think nobody.
They can't play today. Now I might get Will. He's tall, but I mean Bobo is too, right? Bobo's tall, isn't he?
We gotta start doing this. And now we turn on Aaron Rodgers, man. Like let him come back first, man.
Listen. I just had to put it in the title of the thumbnail. He coming back this year, and the Jets gonna be right there, and he's gonna mess up again because he's scared.
Man, please. I was like, oh, he's great. Name me one classic Roman Reigns match. Oh, that okay. No, you don't.
I can.
No, you don't really have it. You can't.
Wow.
You don't have it.
Howard.
You can't, but he don't have it. Wilt Chamberlain's like Bobo. Oh
no. Bobo's better than Wilt.
That's crazy.
How is that disgusting? Skill set. Y'all always forget about skill set. What? Why do y'all do this?
Wilt Chamberlain runs like a 10-5 and 100-meter dash.
Humans evolve, bro.
Allegedly, the 100-point game was a ruse. Allegedly, but he was balling against like construction workers and stuff like that. I get it. That's fine.
He's like, oh, wonderful legendary matches. You don't have none of those. The best legendary matches that Roman Reigns has is when he's in factions. Singles wise, no.
He was just doing his thing when he was playing against people that was 6'2" and under. You might have had a center that was
average 70 points like he's supposed to.
Yeah, like you're supposed to, like Bobo would do right now in the 60s and 70s. Bobo would be a legend. Bobo would be a legend. What are you saying?
Bobo would be Wilt Chamberlain in the 60s and 70s. What is
if there was ESPN back then, there would be a poster and they'd be both be holding the ball, looking at each other like a Mortal Kombat versus screen. It'd be box office.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you're known for your failure and how good you were supposed to be, just like you have to that's the definition of overrated.
Bobo average 22 while we're average 80.
Oh my God.
Are you smoking dope? They're playing against the same caliber of white dudes.
Yes, and Will actually great.
No, and Bobo, you trying to tell me Bobo's not cooking? I'm just that's the first name I could think of.
Not
I mean, we might
70
have
points a game.
Draymond might average 50, and he ain't even a scorer. He's 6'8".
Will average 65 and 40. That's the difference. He did what he's supposed to do.
Bobo averaging 60 in the 60s. That's what we is now.
If there's a 3-point line, yes.
It might have to be Wilt because he was just in an easy era. Like, what did he do beyond that era? Or if you place him in an era where the Celtics are like running everything, place Wilt in the Showtime Lakers in his prime. Like, what could he really do? I mean,
like people thought you were supposed to be here, but you performed there, and you recognized for this your whole career. Everywhere you go, you looked at for being this.
Man, we would see Bobo if he got the time travel. He would be sitting there holding that doggone sign up, with the 102 points on it.
I'm sorry, they're not there. If he's not in the Shield or he's not in the Bloodline, nobody wanted him there.
Come on, why do y'all do this? I don't understand. Y'all so smart. Y'all got degrees.
it might have to be Wilt, honestly.
Oh, Wilt, the man who was able to smash 20,000 women in 3 years. Now we a fraud?
He got the hose.
What about Larry Bird?
Larry Bird knew. No disrespect to Larry Legend. No. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do against Joe Johnson?
Bird, no, oh my.
What's he gonna do against Joe Johnson?
And the fact that he's had the championship, held the championship hostage. That's a better way to say it.
In the era of playing basketball, like, you were the best player everywhere you went, and you was playing construction workers and just like niggas just like chefs and just like, you know what I'm saying, niggas just like smuggling booze and shit like that. You know,
that man dropped 40 on Dr. J with a bad bet.
Oh, that's cute.
And told him what he was going to do.
Who is Dr. J in 2023? Dr. J's are a dime a dozen.
I'm shocked. Now we turn on Tebow. First you turn on Babe Ruth. Now it's Tebow. I can't believe. Respect your history.
Wilt Chamberlain 7'1" and run like a 10.5 and a 100-meter dash with a 40-inch vertical.
Okay.
That's generational.
Okay.
You're not saying nothing, man.
Okay. Besides the fact that he's already like damn near killed the championship as a whole, he might be the worst part-time champion. At least Brock Lesnar. At least we knew he was gonna lose it when he kept grabbing it from random people. Sorry, Coach. How about Hakeem Olajuwon? Will he still?
I think Hakeem holds his own.
Oh, holds his own.
I mean, he's built. Now he's built. I was talking about skinny ass Wilt. But
shout out to Wilt. I mean, it is what it is.
Bootleggers, huh?
Shout. You playing with bootleggers and construction workers. It's just like